चलिए अमेरिका से इस वक्त की बड़ी खबर आपको बता देते हैं। काउंटिंग के बीच ट्रंप की समर्थकों से अपील, वोटिंग तक लाइन नहीं छोड़ने की अपील की गई है। रिपब्लिकन पार्टी के समर्थकों से ट्रंप की अपील, तो देखिए ट्रंप की ओर से अपील की गई है, वो हम आपको बयान भी सुनाएंगे जो अपील की गई है।
We're doing really well. If you're in line, stay in line. Don't let them take you off that line. Vote. Stay on the line. They can't do anything about it. And vote. We're going to win it big. Thank you.
If Trump wins, the Republicans are red. America will go down this path. If Harris wins, Democrats are blue. America will go down this path. And both the paths are very different. What Trump will do in America is very different than what Harris will do in America. So there's a huge contrast headed out there. See, both candidates, whoever comes, Trump or Harris, will be excellent for India. Nations of today work on their self-interests, be it of whichever party they come in the US or in India. So absolutely, if Harris wins, that will be a revolution in America. A woman, and that too, a woman of Indian descent. That is something exceptional for India and India's image, and especially for the women of India also, the girl children of India, to see that one of them could become the president of the biggest country on this planet. That is one.
2024 राष्ट्रपति चुनाव में 7 अहम राज्य हैं जिसे स्विंग स्टेट माना जाता है। ये ऐसे राज्य हैं जो किसी भी दल या उम्मीदवार के जीतने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाते हैं। महज इन 7 राज्यों में ही कुल मिलाकर 93 इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज वोट हैं। ऐसे समय में जब चुनाव काफी कठिन माना जा रहा है तो स्विंग स्टेट के नतीजे काफी अहम साबित होते हैं। यही वजह है कि चुनाव प्रचार के अंतिम दौर में हैरिस और ट्रंप ने स्विंग स्टेट में ही डेरा डाला हुआ था। और ये राज्य हैं, आपको बता देते हैं, जहां पेंसिल्वेनिया, जहां पर 19 इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज हैं। उसके बाद नॉर्थ कैरोलिना ये का नंबर आता है जहां पर 16 इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज है। जॉर्जिया में 16 इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज हैं। वहीं मिशिगन में 15 इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज हैं। एरिजोना में 11 इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज हैं। विस्कॉन्सिन में 10 इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज हैं और नेवादा में 6 इलेक्टोरल कॉलेज हैं। तो अमेरिका में राष्ट्रपति चुनाव के लिए स्विंग स्टेट जो हैं वो हम आपको बता रहे हैं और लगातार ग्राफिक्स के जरिए भी हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं कि आखिर इस जो इलेक्टोरल वोट है वो कहां पर ज़्यादा है। वहीं अगर अमेरिका चुनाव को लेकर एग्जिट पोल की बात करें तो एग्जिट पोल में दोनों नेताओं में कांटे की टक्कर है। सर्वे का ये नतीजा संकेत दे रहा है कि ट्रंप और हैरिस में कांटे की टक्कर है। अब ऐसे में अमेरिका अगला बॉस कौन होगा, ये सवाल है।
Trump is ahead in 6 southern states, Georgia and North Carolina, while Kamala Harris is set to win Colorado.
Yes, there are swinging states. We know that there are 7 states in the United States. These are the states which decide the future of the United States, who will be the president. You know, when I said that there is election and you have to get the 270 plus 1 in the Congress till you win this election, still the 7 swinging states are those marginal voters who are the minorities, could make the result to change. You may get the majority votes, you may get but you may not still be elected, like what happened in Donald Trump in the last election as well. And it has happened in the history of the United States. So let us wait and see who will be the final winner in the American, either Trump or Harris.
As you see that Pennsylvania is an important state and Kamala Harris is leading from there.
Yes, Kamala Harris is leading in Pennsylvania because of the people there have already opted for the Democratic Party, and I think she has campaigned. But the rest of the states is not showing much of liking to Kamala Harris, A, because she joined late, B, because also of the economic process, they feel that she was not good in the economy. And thirdly, also because of the ongoing war as well in the, in West Asia and in Russia-Ukraine war. So the stand of the policy of the Democratic Party have made many of the voters swing away to the Republican Party, because Trump promised that he wanted to put an end to the war. So I think this sort of foreign policy and domestic policy played a major role in changing the mindset of the people in the United States who voted. And because this time also it has been a large number of voters in the United States history. I mean, a big number of people voted. So let's see where all these swinging states can be, but more likely that Trump is having the upper hand.
What's your opinion, whoever wins, in terms of India's perspective?
I think India is in the winning side. Because either the Republican or the Democratic Party, you will have in India one of the Indian descents in the White House. So I think that's a very good advantage. Having said that, I wouldn't say that being an Indian descent could also give India the upper hand. But India have always supported Trump policy and we know how the Prime Minister also said it even in the previous election. So I think a Trump policy toward China will make India benefit. Why? Because he will have more of tariff restrictions against China, where he has promised that 60% of tariff he will increase on the Chinese goods, which means that India will be the alternative for the United States as compared to China. This is one of the issues. The second issue also we have to take into consideration is the technology. And India is willing to have the American technology, is ready to give. Trump is ready to see India progress and growing. But there will be some restriction on the Indian visa and the seekers of American H-1B visa of the United States, which may reduce the number of Indian students who will be going there, because the Democrats have more shown in their history and the statistic that they have been more supportive of Indian visa, and during their tenure we had 96% of the Indian in compared to 90% during the Republican. So I think there is a swing toward India, which for India advantage. Also, we have to take into consideration also that India, a trade and global trade, if US Trump comes to power, there will be some impact on the oil global market. And if that is reduce the price, that's also for India benefit. So let's see which will swing away. But I think in both ways, India is confident. Whoever be in the administration will have a good relation with India, because I think they have made a strong foundation for a strategic relationship between India and the United States.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
In rural areas. In America, the dense population is all in the urban areas. Now, it so happens that rural areas are strongly Republican and Trump inclined in many, many states, whereas cities tend to be much more liberal and democratic inclined. And therefore, once the city votes come in, the picture is changing. Already the Associated Press news agency, which about 15-20 minutes ago had Trump in a very big lead, is now showing electoral college votes at 220 to 205. Very tight. So I think we just have to be prepared to wait until the final count is in. Plus, there may be challenges, as we saw in 2020. The final result took a couple of days to come because Trump was challenging in 3-4 states. Let's see what happens. It looks like a very close election, come what may.